Don't buy altcoins till you watch this video. We haven't looked this bearish in ages and people are wondering, is alt season dead? But I found something in the altcoin charts and it is saying not so fast. Now this is called the others, and the others chart represents the total market caps of all coins excluding the top 10, and it helps you identify the times to scale into altcoins. So the others chart is looking great from a technical perspective, but what about the fundamentals? So for the fundamentals, we're going to listen to Crypto Quant CEO Ki-Young Ju. Now Crypto Quant, one of the best analytic tools out there. If there's a chart in crypto, they're going to be able to provide that chart for you. But Ki-Young Ju, he predicts a selective altcoin season in 2025. He's going to say this is how you pick the winners. Most altcoins won't make it, he wrote. But here's all the altcoins that will make it. Now these are going to be the altcoins with potential ETF approvals. We're going to give you the list in a second. Sustainable attention drivers and revenue generating projects. The era of everything pumping is over. It is selective alt season. Most altcoins won't make it. And you're looking at that as 24% of the 200 largest cryptocurrencies have fallen to their lowest levels in more than a year. And this is sparking potential capitulation. Now, speaking of capitulation, in financial markets, capitulation refers to investors selling their positions in a panic, signaling an imminent market bottom before the start of the next uptrend. Now, earlier we said the altcoins likely to outperform are the ones with potential ETF approval. So here are the cryptos that may see an ETF approval. So as of February 25th, these are the ones awaiting approval. So we have Cardano, Solana, XRP, Litecoin, Hedera, aka HBAR, Dogecoin, and Polkadot. But we also have two additional filings for the SEC, and that's going to be the Trump token and Bonk. Now, if I had to choose which of these coins I am most bullish on, probably going to be Cardano, but I'm also very bullish on essentially every single coin in this list. I think they're all going to perform very well in 2025. Because alt season, when I look at the charts, is looking very, very bullish. If you're using cold storage, don't use the bootleg products out there. Stick with the best so your portfolio is also going to be the best and the most secure out there. And we're talking about Arculus cold storage with their new sleek premium metal cards. They have all different types and styles: embedded, metal veneer, metal hybrid. Imagine the looks around the table when you slam down your 21-gram full metal cold storage card. Everyone's going to be in shock. Everyone's going to be in awe. And it's not just your portfolio bags, it's how you're securing it with the Arculus cold storage. Make sure you use code DC20 to save you 20%. Now, before I get into the charts, I just want to tell you about the sentiment. Social mentions for alt season have plummeted this week despite altcoins holding up relatively well. Has everyone finally given up on alt season? I think we just have to work on our definition of what alt season really means going forward. Also, one take here, this is from Alex Becker. Bank of America literally wants to make a stablecoin, and BlackRock and Trump are buying ETH in $100 million clips. And you're bearish on alt season? You're a glue-eating retard. All right, now that might be a little bit harsh. Let's go into the charts. Now, a couple things I wanted to point out. Now, first thing, this is a very long trend line. So this is all the coins excluding the top 10. Goes all the way back to 2018, and in crypto time, that's basically when the Titanic sank. And so when you look, you can see we have a very strong trend line, but I notice a little bit of a pattern. Looks like it's kind of repeating a little bit of a pattern where when it touches it 1-2 times, has a nice little pump, and then comes down and touches it 2 more times before it has a nice alt season. That's what we call the alt season, this little period right here. So come down, touch 1-2 times, and then has a nice little pump, and then comes and touch 2 more times after that. So I've noticed in these little cooldown periods, the fallback is the same. So when we had a little peak and we drew down to the first little zone before we started pumping again, that was a 58% drawdown. When we look right here and we zoom in a little bit, we had a nice little peak, and then we came down and we tested all the way down this drawdown. That is also exactly a 58% drawback. So what happened after the fact in 2020? And so here you can see 2020 starts rolling to 2021, but very bullish period. If we just catch it from the bottom of that area, the altcoins pumped 36x, and then later on in the year, 40x. Now that is saying the total market cap of the altcoins pumped 40 times their original value at the bottom of that range. I do not think we're going to pump 40x, but I do think things are going to start turning around in the right direction. Now, if we zoom in on this chart recently here, you can see we have a couple wicks, including lately here. Now, we are fighting for our lives, trying to stay above this range, and we have not closed a daily candle below this. And you can see close the dailies above, close the dailies above, still holding strong. So technically this is still support, and so keep an eye out on this metric. Now, one last thing that will truly kick off alt season, it's going to be the money supply. So M2 is liquidity, is the white line. This is the amount of dollars floating in the system. Bitcoin's price is the orange line. The Bitcoin dip will soon come to an end, and the recovery will be violent, and as Bitcoin lifts, it will lift the altcoins with it. Are you paying attention? And if you see the orange line, you see the price has dipped, but you see the M2 money supply has had a recent reversal. So it looks like, the quantitative tightening has come to an end. We haven't quite got to the point where money is falling from the sky, but they have stopped sucking liquidity out of the markets. In fact, they've reversed that. So keep an eye out on your altcoin bags. Like we said earlier in the video, I think the ETF approval alts are going to have a very strong year. So now is the time to find the quality projects, stop chasing memes. And folks, altcoin season is not dead. Now is the time to buckle in. Hopefully you look at this chart and you realize the top is yet to come. I'm DZ. I'll see you in your alt bags at the top.